It isn't for me to go ahead and affirm that I think same-sex couples should be able to get married.
Which the Bible says is an abomination.
Give us some background, Paula. What happened?
Well, 22 former CIA operatives and 1 U.S. Air Force, Colonel Wolf, are now convicted felons in Italy.
We want to show you some extraordinary pictures which came to us from the Vatican on what was, of course, an extraordinary day. Within hours of Pope Benedict announcing that he was to resign, take a look at this. Lightning struck St. Peter's Basilica. You can see it again now in slow motion. Extraordinary. It happened just before 6 o'clock in the evening, local time.
I embarked on the most rapid reading of the Bible in my entire life, trying to find either scriptures that collaborated on his findings or else disagreed with them. And I came to the conclusion at that time that he was pretty much correct in his analysis, that ancient Israel, biblical Israel, I should say, under the reign of David and Solomon, that throne was actually moved and transferred to the British Empire or the British Isles. As I've already indicated, that the throne of David was actually transplanted, and Jeremiah the prophet, there's a book, you know, in the major prophets of the current 66-book Bible, King James Version. Jeremiah was a prophet over the nations, appointed by God, who was to overturn and overturn and overturn the throne until it comes to whose right it is. And it was prophesied that the scepter would not part from Judah until that time, until whose right it is takes place. And I don't know how much of the biblical story I want to get into, but Joseph, whom those of you that know anything about the Bible, Joseph was one of the sons of Israel, or Jacob, who preceded his brothers and family into Egypt and actually became second to the Pharaoh because of his ability to interpret dreams and prepare the people for the famine that was coming. In regard to that monarchy, what does that have to do with what's happening now? In relation to some of the things about the Queen currently feeling a little bit insecure in her position, the substitute sovereign, Queen Elizabeth, has indicated that she will probably be the last monarch to sit on that throne and rule under the old system. And I believe that's absolutely true. And
this is an example of a document which required the termination of a target for the OSGs. It was signed in 1991 by then President George Bush. I'll read this to you so that you understand what it says. It was an activation order activating myself, DG Chip Tatum, codenamed Pegasus. You are hereby ordered into service of the United States government. It has been determined that, and then the name of the target is blacked out, and his nationality is blacked out, has illegally obtained documents which are of vital concern to the security of the United States and selected allies of the United States. It has therefore been determined by finding of the National Security Council that these documents must be recovered. Due to this determination, you are authorized to use whatever means necessary to recover said documents and ensure that this criminal is brought to justice. You are authorized to exceed existing regulations and FTMs to accomplish this mission.
Immediately following the first attack, I implemented our government's emergency response plans. I had been notified that a plane had hit the World Trade Center. At first I thought it was a light aircraft. And my reaction was, man, either the weather was bad or something extraordinary happened to the pilot. I then informed some of my staff members to, provide help to New York City, whatever help they needed to take care of this incident, and then walked into the classroom.
Good morning, boys and girls. Good morning. Good morning. I have brought with you to meet the most wonderful guest. Would you please stand and recognize the President of the United States? Good morning.
The classroom was full of kids who were reading.
Read this word the fast way. Get ready. Mad. Yes, mad. Get ready. Cap. Yes, cap. Get ready.
And in the back of the classroom was a full press corps and staffers and some adults. And I'm intently listening to the lesson.
Read these words the fast way. Get ready. Yes,
and I felt a presence behind me. And Andy Card's Massachusetts accent was whispering in my ear, "A second plane has hit the second tower. America is under attack." My first reaction was anger,
Get to the cabin.
Jed, you take care of your brother, you hear me?
Now go now. Go. Why you still can? Let's go.
If you're seeing this broadcast, you are in a part of the country no longer controlled by the government of the United States.
I'm not saying I'm going to change the world, but I guarantee that I will spark the brain that will change the world. So keep your head up.
Oh my God, is that Kid DeWeese? I'll show you how to do this, son.
Call him, I'ma 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 call him, I'ma
now let's shake to this, now let's shake to this, now let's shake to this, now let's I'll show you. You can put me on you like a burner white tee. I'll hug your body tighter than my favorite jeans. I want you to caress me like a tropical breeze.